Okay, here we go. Stay. This should be interesting. Because then I made the mess. Badly. Big time mess. I wonder if that's going to work. It doesn't matter. Oh, hi guys. Okay. So yes, this is going to be, I'm answering some questions. Gina asked me some questions on one of the videos I did. I can't remember which one. And I could sit and write and answer. It's just going to take too long. So I figured I would just do a video response. In the meantime, I know I mentioned to you guys about something that I was in the works of. Well, I'll tell you right now, and it still needs tweaks. I'm still farting with it. But I'm making, designing, tweaking, working on Play-Doh bath bombs. That's all I can say to you, is Play-Doh bath bombs. I'm still farting around with it because if you notice this one, you get the mix too wet. It's like, it grows. It's very cool, which I could also make it into something else, like a growing type, sand type thing. So anyways, this one is a bit too wet. One of them I'm working on is a bubbling one, and then one is normal. So we're going to just try this one. Like I said, it's not completely molded yet. I still have some tweaking to do, but let's just, for the sake of it, and if I squeeze it, you'll see because the wetness gets activated, it starts to grow. I just want to see if it actually is going to work in the water as a bath bomb. So let's have a look and stay. Okay, so you're not going to stay. Let's just try to hold you up with something. Stay. Okay, so first piece, let's just try. I'm not sure what this one is, but okay, that's the foaming one. So yes, we have a foaming type bath bomb. I'm happy with that. Now, this is the basic fizzy one, and I think that's the problem, is because it got too wet. But let's just try a chunk of the too wet Play-Doh and see if there's any fizz left or if I fizzed it all out. Oh, it's floating. Go figure. Okay. Yep, she's still foaming. The trick here is, for me, I want to get this so that it's like Play-Doh malleable without being too wet. And it's fairly close. Like it's definitely a Play-Doh type thing. But the more you squish, the colder it gets. And I know that that's the reaction, obviously, with the ingredients. So I'm going to have to try. I did use water. That is not going to happen. It's not going to be water-based. It's not going to be a water-based Play-Doh, I don't think, for a few reasons, because I don't want the bacteria factor, and I don't want it to react. So I am going to try. This one has got different ingredients besides water. So I will, yeah, see, the more I mix it, though, I can feel it getting colder. But that's okay. It's just I haven't got the stick power, as in it being Play-Doh yet. But this is kind of a neat, fun bubble fizzing paste, I'll tell you. But we're almost at the point. And by the way, cornstarch will not work, so don't even try to attempt this at home. Lots of things you think you have will work, it will not work. So I'm still playing with that, but so there you go. And they color the water. You guys can see the fizz, the foam. It's a very slow foamer. There's no poly. There's no anything unnatural in here whatsoever. You could actually probably eat this. There's no flour, in case anybody's wondering. You know, starting to fart around with it. Oh, I really like this one. This one really... I could just make like some sort of slime goop for the kids. That'd be great. Your kids have a bucket of cool slime foam for your tub. It's just color goop. I could do so many things with this. By the way, this is what happens when you start formulating. You just start playing because you have an idea, and then sometimes it can turn into something completely different. So it's not always a fail. Oh, thank you, by the way, Brenda, for my Tupperware, because these are handy. I'm going to wash my hands. Check this out. This is so freaking cool. So you can have some Oh, okay. Gotta go down. See, it does work. Okay, the fizz works great. You just gotta stir it up. Oh my God! I like it, I like it, I like it. Hang on, we're having a disaster. I gotta get it in the laundry tub. Oh my God, damn it. Look at it. Oh, it's so cold and gooey. sand. I just invented bass squishy sand. Okay. I'm happy with... Oh, you guys just saw it here, folks. Oh, my God. Is that going to be the funnest stuff ever to play with? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm playing. Okay, I gotta wash my hands. I think if I'm going to do bass sand, though, I'm going to change this. Oh, I love when that happens. I love it. It turned into something else. Oh, it's so fun. The more I stir, the more it grows. Oh, God, that would be so fun in the tub. Feels really good, too. I like it. I really like it. I do. I really like it. Well, isn't that interesting? By the way, that's what happens when you formulate and you're trying to make one thing. You should have seen it. I stirred it and it went, well, you saw it starting to grow, but I brought it to the laundry tub and it just went, wow. It was wild. So yes, I guess I better not agitate these too much. And definitely keep them away from warm water, because that was pretty freaking cool. It was so cool. It was so exciting. Anyways, so I need to buy some more of that now. So no bombing until I get some witch hazel. Which I think I have a bottle I think I have a bottle somewhere. Meanwhile, well, there's only that much, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so the purpose of you coming on here was to answer some questions that Gina asked me the other day. I'm not sure which video it was on. By the way, good morning, guys. I have the whole house to myself. The boys went to the auto show. Shane's really disappointed that I didn't get to go, but you know what? I'd be such a drag for them. Not that I don't love the auto show, because we used to go every year as a, first it was Liam when he was a little kid, and then, Shaney when he was a baby, but I cannot walk the distance, and I didn't want to embarrass them in a little cart, and I know my cane would be absolutely useless, so I just chose to stay home and hang with you guys. So, to answer some of the questions, if I can, I'll just have a book here. You guys talk, man. I wish I could hear you. It'd be awesome. Instead of the ding-ding from other people, if I could hear when you guys came up. Make life so much easier. Okay, so anyways, I tried to keep myself organized. We know how that goes. Not so good. Let's fix this now, since you don't need to see what I'm doing down below. Stay there, big boy. Okay. So, the questions, if I can find them all. This is for Gina. She asked me, like I said, in one of those things. Okay, so the first question that I think she said was, what was the difference between cosmetic glitter and the bio glitter? And that actually is a pretty easy one. But, people wouldn't think that. This is the bio glitter. It finally came in. Very tiny, tiny microns. And the only real true difference is the fact that these are biodegradable. Meaning, okay, the problem with the normal cosmetic glitter is the water treatment plants and all that can't completely filter it out of the water, out of our waterways, out of our drinking water, out of our system, and it gets into the aquatic life, okay? And it's because it's sort of like synthetic, plastic-based, or whatever, depending on the the manufacturer, it's not very good for the environmental life, as in aquatic life. Not great for us, because you are still getting picrons. You're still getting bits of microns or particles of that glitter, because it's not, they can't totally completely filter it out. Whereas the biodegradable is just that. It's biodegradable. It goes back into the earth, into nothingness. So there's no hazard to aquatic life. There's no hazard to us. You're not flushing away stuff into the water stream to affect any kind of life, aquatic, human, plants, anything. This is the best stuff you guys can get. It's a lot more pricey. But like I said, it just depends on what you want. Another good choice, if you don't want to use the bio glitter, which I have been doing, is buying the edible luster. You can eat it. It decomposes. It's made from natural sugars and whatnot. food, FDA colors, blah, blah, blah. So it's, it's to whatever each his own. But that's the answer to that, okay? Biodegradable glitter is just that, it biodegrades. Gone, no threat to anything, okay? It'll affect your pocketbook a little bit, but in the long run, think of it that way. Or just use something different. Or don't use glitter. Use sugar. Use salt. Sprinkle glitter mica on your salts. Great idea. Okay. The other question was kind of a combo question, which was, why don't I like to use Poly 80 and Epsom salts? Okay. Poly 80, I'm not going to knock Poly 80 because I am not a big fan. There's a few reasons I don't like it. Obviously, because I've done it and used it and tested it, I don't like the way it does. I don't like the way it performs in my bath bomb specifically. I don't like the way it goes, okay? It doesn't help me with the sludge. It doesn't give me the effect I like. It takes the moisture out of the content of the bomb, which is the whole purpose why I make my bombs the way I do, is because I like the moisture feeling on your skin without the water, oily, shimmy stuff. But you guys can use Poly 80, whatever. I will use Poly 20. Being the other reason is Poly 80, it is naturally derived, okay? So I'm not going to go there. But it's what they process it with and make it with is the questionable ingredient. I had it written down what it was, and I don't like it. It's a really bad ingredient that it is washed or mixed with or whatever they do processed with. It's a known carcinogen. It's cancer-causing. A whole bunch of other negative things, okay? Poly 20 is more or less the lesser of the two. But the main difference between Poly 20 and Poly 80 is Poly 80 is made for your thicker, heavier butters, oils, and whatnot, and you would use it in the heavy, thick butter products, whereas Poly 20 is made more so for the lighter oils. So you would use it in your spray perfume, your lotions, whatever. It's an emulsifier to mix the water with the oils, okay? That's what the purpose is. It mixes your oil with your water so you don't have the oil sheen on top. Same with if you were making a spray. Sometimes it separates. Well, the Poly 80 mixes it up. Another option for that, for the spray bottles, is cyclomethicone. That's what I use, okay? And yes, whole other factor, you can take negative things from that too. It's a totally personal thing. All right, as far as the Epsom salts, don't get me wrong, I used Epsom salts all the time. I still will use them for decorations on the top. I have no problems with anybody using it. The reason I don't use it is for personal reasons. Epsom salt lowers your blood pressure, which in an ideal scenario, that would be great. However, if you are on medication to lower your blood pressure already, and you have an Epsom salt bath, what it can do is it can lower your blood pressure that much more, which can cause really bad health effects, okay? It can stop your heart, like slow it down way too much. You can faint, which can cause accidents, all kinds of stuff. So that is another reason. Also, it's sort of weird because you need hot water to release the Epsom salts to work in your body, but the hot water raises your blood pressure. So it's kind of it's a medical reason. I will not use it. Another medical reason why is because it is not recommended for diabetics, okay? Diabetic circulation is very bad, and I also have very bad circulation, not due for diabetics, but because of other reasons. So if you're a diabetic and you're using Epsom salts, your circulation is usually very bad. And what can happen is you get the dry feet, the cold feet, the whatever. And what can happen is if you have a tiny little cut, because people who have dry feet from having diabetes and other extremities, they can have like the tiniest little cuts, scrapes, whatever, and they're prone to infection. So I know they say a lot of times we'll soak yourself in salt to draw out the infection. It doesn't work that way with a diabetic or for somebody with circulation issues. Some of you may know that this time last year, I had that little spot on my foot. It was just a little bump on top of it looked like a mosquito bite. Anyways, my dad said soak your feet in Epsom salts or whatever salts. I did that. I ended up getting a very, 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 very bad, totally bad case of an infection. It was, I just lost the name of what it was called. But it's like the skin-eating virus infection. It's, the brain is gone. The brain is gone. You guys will know it, and it'll come to me afterwards. Because of the breakage in the skin and bad circulation, I ended up getting this very, very bad foot infection. I couldn't walk. The infection went up to my knee. So you should very well much put a caution warning on your balms if you have Epsom salts. You know, if they're on medication for blood pressure issues, blah, 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 or if they're diabetic. It's just a smart thing to do. Okay. The other question. This is a great one. Really good one, and I still love it. Gina asked, if the Wilton's food colorings are FDA approved for use in food, why can we not use them in body products? Well, the number one reason for that is because they've only been approved for food. They have not been approved for cosmetic use. I'm sure I've heard from lots of people, and it's been brought up as a rumor that if more people were to contact the FDA and bug about it, they may approve it. But the biggest thing right now is, okay, if you were going to compare, say, these colorants to your FD&C, whatever approved colorants, as in your lakes and stuff, the difference is these only have the colorants in it. Whereas if you get to the gel colorant icings, it's not just an FDA colorant and whatever. You look at the ingredients. There is a ton of different ingredients in here to make it edible, to do all the other stuff. So it's not like they use FDA colorants in the food coloring. Yes, they do. But there is a lot of other ingredients in here. And if you put this in your bath bombs, you have to label everything that's in this stuff. So you're going to end up, like, you're just not going to get it on your labels, okay? It's not... Some people, like, especially the red, I believe it's the red, the yellows or the blues or whatever, lots of kids have a allergic reaction to that colorant. It's not so much the colorant itself. It could be, depending on what the color is. It's the other ingredients as well. So that's a biggie why. It's not been approved for use in skin, any kind of cosmetic uses. If you're making these at home and it's just for you and you want to fart around, whatever, you know, by all means, it's your body, it's your tub, it's your clothes, it's whatever. These can stain if used too much. I mean, you could have a blue Smurf kit in a blue tub, whatever. But the normal colorants can stain as well if you're using them in mass amounts. That's why testing is, like, such a big issue. You should always test a bomb. Just because you've made a bomb one time with one colorant and it's fine, don't think that because you did it again in a different bomb that bomb is still going to be the same. Test every bomb from every batch. That's why I always try to make like a smaller bomb version whenever I do a set of bombs. I like to do a couple smaller ones to test those, and then I'll throw a big one in the tub to see how it actually works in the real setting. So test it, no matter what. Alright, the other question was about the big sale and the Easy Colors. Well, it wasn't the Easy Colors that was on sale. It was Serafina's Coastal Colors, which I haven't got them in yet. But yes, this is Serafina's. Okay, this is a Canadian company. They are water-soluble dyes. You'll hear a lot of slack about this too, that they're not approved, blah, 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 blah. These are okay to use in Canada. Still check and whatever. You guys should be doing your research on your own anyways, because it's you in the end, ultimately, that'll be getting in shit. But yeah, these have been approved for use in Canada. They're water-soluble dyes. The Easy Colors, that's a whole other story. Canada and the U.S., excuse me while I stick this back in my box. Canada and the U.S. have different rules and different guidelines. I did post a chart in the group of the UK numbers and their whatever colorant numbers with the FDA colors. So there are a few that do match up with the colors of approved colorants from the FDA website. So make sure that you look and you know which is approved. In the States, though, from what I understand, is they cannot use the Easy Colors. I am not a professional. I am not authorized to say so or whatever. Like I said, it's your own head if you guys use them. If you're just making personal bombs at home, you guys can put whatever you want in them. It's your body, your bomb, your family. But when it comes to selling, you guys have to watch that. So, and yes, there was no sales with Easy Colors. It was the Serafina's that had the sale. And I believe it's over. I think it was only for that weekend. I'm not 100% sure. But that's where I went and saw them, and then I went, oh, Easy Colors, blah, blah, blah. And so I had to do both. But why do I like them? I like them for the same reason I like the lakes. I like the vibrant colors. My main one big thing that I find that I like is the way they give off the color. If you guys have ever known or familiar with a hex bomb, the way that they give off that bleeding ink color type look, I really like that. I've been striving to find that for a long time, and I can only find that with water-soluble dyes. That's why I like it. I do not use my whole entire colorants for a whole entire bomb. More so usually just for like a one colorant, or for my embeds, or whatever. It's just that nice effect, so. What about the colorants for the candy? The same? Yeah, you should actually write all the ingredients down. Like, you know, if I'm putting these on my bombs, same dip, you should really have all the ingredients. What I do, which is probably not correct, and, you know, shame on me, but ingredients are available on request. If they have any questions or concerns or worried about the ingredients of this or having reactions, they can pick them off. Or like I said, they contact me or check the ingredients with me. But yes, you should buy rights like candy sprinkles and whatnot. You should have all the ingredients from whatever you're putting on top. So my suggestion to that, to make it easier for everybody, is to just color your salts. That way it's just sea salts and you're adding mica and titanium dioxide. That's the easiest way, the easiest labeling way. Just look at the pretty effect. The colors will still come off. If you wanted a bit more colorant than just the mica, like I said to someone before, if you're using, say, blue mica, and you want a bit more of a color effect with the salts and the mica, add a touch of the FD, you know, the blue number 1. That will give you color as well. You don't have to use synthetics. Like, you don't have to get into the candy sprinkles or whatever. Like, you can do, if you're making your own sugar sprinkles, for instance, instead of using salts and you want your sugar on top, color your sugars. You know your ingredients are going to be sugar, your mica, and your titanium dioxide, or whatever in your mica. So that way it's a little easier for writing and doing labels and that too. I like the candy sprinkles. I know I'm a bad, shame on me, but there's some things I just like them. The kids really like them, and like I said, for the amount that you actually put on your bombs, they dissolve like pretty much instant, so. Anyway, so after this, I'm going to do a little demo of our bombs we did yesterday. These should actually be wrapped up already. They were pretty dry, pretty fast. So, this is what I've had questions for this a lot of times. Why did their bombs become powdery? Couple reasons, guys, besides the fact of making them. You guys saw these when I made them the other day. They were nice and smooth, soft, no powdery issues. They are a tiny bit powdery as of now. Why? Because I've had them sitting out. I'm in the laundry room. We've done a dryer and all kinds of stuff. Any tiny bit of humidity or exposure to the elements in your environment, it will soak it up. So if I have a bomb that's a tiny bit powdery, or it's, you know, it doesn't quite feel dry or whatever, and you bag that up, you've just locked all that moisture in that bag. Your bomb could end up being soft wherever it's got to be. I just had this actually happen with 3 bombs that I sent away, and I'm not really quite certain about what happened because the bombs I have here are still hard. So I don't think that they were wrapped too soon or too late. I'm thinking it was more of a jostle in the packaging, or like in the box as in shipping. But see, the bigger ones don't feel quite as powdery. These are very, like, we got some hard-ass bombs. Okay, I dropped it. I chipped it a bit. But they're not, like, rock hard. They're hard. You're not gonna, and shouldn't be throwing these bombs around anyways, but. So, guys, I'm gonna go do a sync demo for y'all. And, I'll see you in a bit, okay? What else do we got? Sorry, ask questions. That's it. Okay, we're good? Okay, guys, I'll talk to you guys a little bit. Be prepared. I'm going to be doing a quick demo of these upstairs, only in the sink. I might do a bigger one in the tub later, but I'm just going to show you in the sink how they act without SLSA. All right? Talk to you in a bit, guys.